Hey, welcome back. I'm your host, Crazy Nate, and today we are reviewing a new microphone, comparing it to the old microphone, and we are in the new studio. A lot more to still be building, including the DVD closet back there, but for now, and Blu-ray, come on. Anyways, today we're reviewing this. This is the old Rode NTG2, and I'm replacing it with this giant sucker. And we're gonna see a little sound comparison, see if it helps with the echo. I don't know if you're hearing the echo. None of this video, I will edit zero of the audio, so you'll hear it just like it comes out of these devices. Let's get going. Okay, so it wasn't that terrible with the sound in my old studio where I recently moved from. And if you've seen that, you've been around long enough, you know that I had like foam, like this stuff. I had it on every single wall, even the ceiling, and then I had a brick wall in the background that was painted green. And it did really good for absorbing sound. I had little to no echo at all that I had to edit in post-production. So this Rode NTG2 did a great job for that. But we got into this room and I got these giant, I'll show you, don't go anywhere. Look. I bought these giant things and they helped a little bit. I got some thick curtains for the one window in the room. That helped a little bit. Some of these little cheaper ones on Amazon, not as impressed with these things, but they helped a little bit. And then I got commercial grade studio sound foam doohickeys, and these I'm gonna place them up in the ceiling. Just haven't gotten to it yet. But I figured we're upgrading from this mic to this mic. So I wanted to see with the echo in the room before I try to fix as much of it as I can with these. I want to see what it sounds like, how much it can fix with this. So this is a blimp. It's also known as a dead cat, and buried inside we have the shell that holds the microphone. Now essentially the only thing you'd use these for is if you're outdoors and you have a lot of wind noise or something like that. You don't want that noise going into the microphone. And then inside this, it's basically another layer of foam like this. And then you have your shotgun mic that essentially looks like this. A little different, obviously, but basically it looks like that. And it's just floating inside like a little cocoon. Like this whole thing's not the microphone. So many days ago, I forgot, there we go. So there's your microphone. It just sits inside. It's got one of these on it. And then underneath that, it looks like the other one I just showed you. It's a MKH 416. There you go, looks cute. And basically these little grooves, from my understanding, the more they have, the more focused the audio is gonna be. So like if you're right here and you're talking at the mic, with this one, it's gonna catch more audio from over here. With this one, it's not gonna go as far, it's only gonna go a little bit. So hopefully it's gonna carry out some of that echo and get it out of the sound. The more expensive ones, this one, the whole kit's roughly around $1,500. I'll put a link below if you're curious. Not sponsored. But basically the longer this gets, the more narrower your depth of field's gonna be. So it's gonna absorb all that outside noise and you're not gonna hear it, or not absorb it, deflect it, I don't know. It's doing something magical where you're not gonna hear it in your final recording. So my thought was, it's gonna help fix the echo. So now I gotta put this all back together, and then I'll plug in the old one. I can't even tell now. The old one right here, the Rode NTG2, I'll plug that one in, I'll do a little bit of talking, then we'll plug in the new one, and we'll do some more talking, and we'll compare. Also, another thing I want to point out real quick is my microphone stand. Let me get it off the sandbag. So this is the stand I used to use. I say used to because I bought a C-stand. C-stands are pretty universal for the professional industry. It's really high quality. It can handle a lot more weight. The microphone and the blimp, everything included, it's kind of heavy. And just the Rode mic by itself, over time it slowly starts dripping down. And by the end of the video, it's like way down here. So I gotta bring it back up. And then so it messes with your audio levels when you're trying to get your final production done. So it's really annoying. And you don't want to put that expensive a microphone on like a $20-something stand. I'll put a link to this. It did a good job if you have a light enough mic. You don't have to start off, if you're starting your studio, you don't have to start off with like the best of the best. And this is by far not the best of the best, but it is pretty good quality. So hopefully it fixes the videos a lot. But we'll go ahead and I'll set up the new stand and then I'll put it on. We won't even use this one for the new one. And then I'm using, for audio, I don't plug in my XLRs. I don't plug them into the camera because then you get weird noise and it sounds terrible. So I'm using one of these little guys. Link for those if you want it. And I hardwire it in so I don't have to buy new batteries all the time. Save the environment a little bit. You're welcome, environment. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's get the C-stand built. You can get these from Amazon or B&H or any other place. I got mine from B&H. They have amazing customer service. Not just saying that. Sometimes you can get equipment cheaper on Amazon, but they have amazing live chat support. And sometimes I'm not an expert in audio and video, so sometimes I need a little advice from the pros. And they always do a great job not trying to upsell you, giving you honest feedback. And sometimes they've actually talked me out of buying new equipment. So if they help me, even if they're more expensive, I'll go with them, just out of respect for the help they offer. Sometimes you can get stuff cheaper on Amazon. They both ship pretty quick. Amazon, depending on your location, might be a little quicker. They come out of New York. So here's the C-stand. I have other lights that are currently sitting on the C-stand. You got 3 legs, and see if I can remember. Pull this lock up right here. I'm not even in shot. On either camera, pull the lock up right here, and then, whoa, it unlocks, just like that. You hear it click into place, it's done. It's not gonna go anywhere. You have 3 different size legs, and they do that so you can grab a sandbag, and you can set it on it, and it won't touch the ground, or if you're on unlevel ground or something. I don't know, it gives you a lot to play with, gives you options. Here's the trunk of it. Pretty much comes assembled. Clearly this one's been sitting a while. It's coated in dust or something. It looks like one of the moisture absorbent packets came apart. So there you go, it's done. So this is your boom pole holder. If you've ever gone fishing, it almost looks like something you'd use to hold your fishing pole. And then this is called a grip head. I also got that. So you put the grip head right on top. Loosen it up first. Come on, there we go. Now it's nice and snug on top. Then you get your boom pole holder and you make the angle you want. And I'm gonna say like, there we go, like that. And you snug it in. That's too big, I need the smaller hole. There you go. Put that up just a little bit. And then this is the boom pole. Nice soft rubber grip, so the boom holder doesn't make noise, but we don't need that because you slide it in there and that literally holds your pole. Just like that. Neither one of you guys are getting this on shot. Let me fix the cameras for you. Now, typically, let's see, I've never used this boom pole, so. Typically you'd want this out of the shot, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna leave it in the shot. And then, go ahead and bring this little guy up. Oh, hi, how's it going? And we're gonna share the same cable. And we're gonna share all the same settings on the hand recorder. So we know if there's any improvement, it's not from that. And I need to make sure they're both pointing remotely the same way towards me. Preferably as pretty darn close to exact as we can get it. There we go. It's beautiful. Oh, that's a heavy. Oh yeah, I put the sandbag on it. Duh. Okay. And then I'm going to put the dead sock on it because I feel like, in my mind, it's going to help reduce some of the echo as well. And I got to store the dead sock somewhere, right? Dead cat, not dead sock. Is it called a wet sock or something too? No, it's a dead cat. I didn't make that up. Cat lovers, I know you all know I'm not a huge fan of cats, but I'm telling you, I didn't make it up. That's what they called it. Put its little phone thing back on. This is exactly how it was back in the old videos. I'll put a link up here if you want to see a video where I use this. Keep in mind, I did do some noise reduction in the post-editing, and I already packaged up the mic clamp, so I just grabbed one, and this is the wrong size mic clamp, but it's okay. This is just testing purposes anyways. There we go, the old Zoom is firing up. It'll take just a second because I use way too big of memory cards. The bigger the memory card, the longer it takes for it to spool up the memory card or whatever, I don't know. That's just what I've found. So now we got the mic right here and the little mic right here. And I'll stand on my mark. And it's roughly, my arm can touch the hair, my arm can almost touch, there we go, it touched it. So stretching on both of them, it's about the same. That one's pointed a little more down, so we'll try to match it. That's really far down. Okay, so I could use spike tape to hold it. We'll just balance it. That's pretty darn close. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is the Rode NTG, and I'll go ahead and start this. Check, check, 1, 2, here we go. We have sound. Now we are doing the sound through that, and I'm going to try to maintain the same level the entire time for this one as I do the big one, and a little bit of looking away from it, so now we're going to have like echo from this part of the room. Yep, that's a problem. It's more echoey, and then it's more echoey over here. So these two giant foam things, when I showed you earlier, they really do help out a lot. Then also I got a red curtain right in front of me here, so that's helping as well. But ideally we're not talking about those, we're just talking about the sound. So that should be enough to test about how this one sounds. Now I'm gonna, without changing any settings, and I'm gonna do what you shouldn't do is unplug a hot cable from a mic and plug it into a new mic. There we go, it clicked into place. Now with the big boom microphone, now we're gonna check 1, 2, 3, make sure I'm in the shot. Hello, hello, this is checking on the big fluffy one. Hopefully this reduces the echo. You guys are gonna be finding out before I do, because I gotta go edit to figure out what's going on. Well, I guess I'll know. But anyways, here we go. Oh, let's talk to the side. Here's at the side. I'm hearing echo as I talk to the side versus when I talk straight forward, it's not as much echo. So I'm curious how much you guys hear. Hopefully, for the price that this microphone costs, hopefully it's a lot quieter and it muffled a lot of the echoing. And again, what you're hearing is raw. I'm not going to edit any of the audio in the editing. I'm obviously going to edit the video because we got multiple angles going on. So anyways, that was this microphone. If you enjoyed that, go ahead and click the like button. I'm going to show a whole bunch of videos on the rehab of this home studio. So if you want to see that process, make sure you subscribe. And if you're late to the show and it's been a really long time since I posted this, then go ahead and click on that box right there, and I'm going to show you a playlist with all sorts of how I put the studio together, including this epic green screen. Thanks for watching. Share a smile. They are contagious. Until next time.